All right, how's everybody doing? It's Paul at Bullfrog Nutrition, and I'm here with Seth Feroce. As you guys can see, he's right here. And as you guys probably already know, he probably doesn't even really need an introduction, but Seth is with Primeval Labs, and then he owns All American Roughneck, the apparel line as well, which is really cool. If you guys haven't seen that, you should check it out. But Seth is here with us today to talk about us bringing in Primeval Labs, which we will have here at Bullfrog Nutrition in the next couple days. But some of the products are really appealing from a few different standpoints. They make products that are very high quality. The testing that they go through is strenuous. The manufacturing process is phenomenal. So without giving you guys too much information, I'll let Seth tell you guys about maybe a little bit of a background of how he got involved with Primeval and why he prefers to take the Primeval products himself.
All right. Well, within the supplement game, there's, everybody knows there's hundreds of different companies out there. Me, I'm a little bit of a stickler about what I like to take, just because of the fact that, like, my body is how I make my money and what I've wanted to do my entire life. So I take that pretty serious, and as should everyone. But the experimentation process is what everyone goes through. And that's the great thing about having so many different companies out there. However, with that being said, I've tried the majority of supplements out there. Not all of them, but a good bit. Primeval Labs, whenever they sent me some product, whenever I was just kind of doing some reviews on YouTube, and they sent me EAA Max, which is their essential amino acid matrix. And I just said to myself when I saw it, I was like, why would somebody just send me amino acids? Why wouldn't you send me like a pre-workout or even a protein powder? I'm not big on them, but like something that would be like a staple, but that was their staple product. So I let it sit there for a little bit, and then I finally said, I'm going to try them. Whenever I took them, the flavor was the first thing that I noticed. Like, most supplements don't taste the best, and these things were just phenomenal. It was orange sherbet, and I'm like, I like orange sherbet, and this tastes like orange sherbet. This is the first thing I've tasted that actually tastes exactly like it says it's supposed to taste. So that's where it got me. But then, whenever you take an essential amino acid product, the whole goal is to wake the muscles up and to get them to function the way they're supposed to function. Produce ATP, hydrate the muscle, get it to function properly to get your stuff moving right. And like after I drank it, I noticed that like I was a little fuller, and I was like, I felt like I drank a couple Gatorades. Is kind of what I felt like, and I was like, there's no way that was from these amino acids. There's no way. And then I was like, all right, let's go through the next couple of days and see if it happens again. Sure enough, it happened again. I was like, man, these things are outstanding. So I had the owner of the company, Anthony. I had his phone number, so I called him, and he's like, well, that took you long enough. Like I was like, why is your stuff like? Why does it taste like this? He's like, because I'm an asshole. And
That's
I was
awesome.
like, so his thing is, so we got to talking about the company, and the owner of the company, his mindset behind all of this is taste and quality have to be number one, because when he was taking supplements, nobody took those into consideration. And that was his big push, was taste and quality. So everything that comes out from this company, taste and quality is at the forefront. And that's pretty much how he got me hooked on this company, because other than that, like, I had 20 different companies sitting in my house of different products, and that's how they grabbed a hold of me.
I think that really makes a statement that you had 20 different ones and that's the one you picked.
Bro, it was just, he just sent me amino acids. One. He sent me one bottle of amino acids, and I was like, I don't even understand how, like, all these other companies are sending me multiple products, and he sends me one. I'm like, all right, amino acids, everybody makes aminos. But these things are just top-notch, phenomenal. And then he sent me, all the other products that they made at the time, and sure enough, everything's on point. There's not one product there that doesn't do what it says it's supposed to do, which is pretty tough to do.
Right.
This is going to be crazy, but I've been taking supplements for like 18 years. So, and I mean, there's other really great companies out there, but these guys were the ones that they smoked it, man. I love it. It's good stuff.
So you guys are hearing this from a professional, from somebody that's really, got a lot of experience with taking different products. Like you said, 18 years. So that's a long time. That's a lot of products to try. So if it's the one that he picks, there's probably really good reason behind it. But so we talked about the EAAs, and obviously you love that product. Really excited to get that in. But also we have the pre-workout spectrum coming in too, which Ape Shit is coming in. Also Vasogorge. We have Intracell coming in as well, but can we talk about the Mega Pre and the difference between something like a Mega Pre and Ape Shit or a Vasogorge? Can you tell us kind of what your regimen is with pre-workouts, and since there's different ones available from Primeval, which ones do you take on certain days? How do you split that up?
Sure. So, with pre-workouts, there's different types of pre-workouts. There's stimulant pre-workouts, and then there's non-stimulant pre-workouts. I am not a big stimulant guy pre-workout. Like, I like drinking my coffee. I like having an energy drink here and there. But before I work out, I don't do very many stims. The reason behind that is blood flow. Whenever you have it's like a non-stimulant pre-workout, the goal behind it is to increase blood flow. We are looking for vasodilation. So if this is your vein, we want it to open up so that more blood can flow through your veins, more blood, more nutrients. Blood flow equals nutrient flow equals growth is how I put it. So from a bodybuilder standpoint, like a muscle building standpoint, that's how I look at it. So Mega Pre, Vasogorge, those are two non-stimulant pre-workouts. The Ape Shit is a stimulant pre-workout. So with the stimulant, you're going to have some constriction of the veins. Now, depending on the types of stimulants that are in there, that are in your product, that is what's going to dictate how much constriction we have and how much it's actually going to decrease the amount of blood flow going on in your body. With Ape Shit, that's my favorite stimulant pre-workout. That's I do about 3/4 of a scoop when I do use it. Usually, like on a heavy deadlift day, I'll do some, or on a day whenever I'm really dragging ass. But the majority of the time, I do 2 scoops of Mega pre-workout along with a scoop of Intracell every day. That's usually my staple. So whenever you're choosing a pre-workout, that's what you want to decide, whether you want the stims to kick you in the butt a little bit to get moving, or a non-stimulant so that we can optimize blood flow. Now, you can use both together. However, just understand that, like, the more of a stimulant that you use, the more constriction you're going to have. I will state this right now, that any DMAA product, 1,3-dimethyl, that's an ingredient. That ingredient is crazy for focus, but it will constrict all blood flow and will not allow you, it will inhibit you from getting a pump. It will be very difficult to feel the blood flowing throughout the body. So the reason, like, I had a hand in creating Mega Pre, and the one thing that we wanted to do behind it was to be able to hydrate the muscles and increase blood flow. And when I say hydrate, we want water to push there as well, so that we can push as much blood, nutrients, to that body part that you're working as possible. Now, that's all well and good that these are supplements, but we want to make sure that we're drinking enough fluids and eating enough food for everything to flow.
I love that you said that, because that's actually something I preach that intensely to all of our customers that come in here, vasoconstriction versus vasodilation. And I think with the 1,3, that's probably why a lot of people are having side effects, because also your blood pressure is going to suffer from that too. But, the macronutrient thing, obviously if you're restricting your blood flow, you're taking a great product like, let's say, Intracell, intra-workout, you're taking a great, whey isolate, let's say, post-workout. There's macronutrients in these products that are going to be stored or not utilized the way they should be because of the decreased blood flow. So, I love that you got into that. I mean, that's something that a lot of our people that are going to view this video have heard from me, preach pretty intensely. So I appreciate that. The last thing I want to talk about is the intra workout, because we have that coming as well. So you have obviously you've stated that you take Intracell, you like Intracell. Can you tell us kind of, the purpose of Intracell, and why is it that you choose to take that product?
Sure. Now, there's a lot of great carbohydrate products on the market. Whenever it first started, I think it was Botargo. That was a big one way back in the day.
Yep.
Carbolin is still popular, still a great base. With Intracell from Primeval and many other companies, they'll use what is called cyclic dextrin. That's the type of carbohydrate instead of carbolin. Now the cyclic dextrin, its concept behind it was to bypass the digestion portion and go straight into absorption into your muscles. So that means that the whole idea was, let's bypass digestion as quickly as we can so that we can get the nutrients, all the carbohydrates that we're using, and everything that you got in your body, and push it into your muscles as quick as possible. That's why it's a great intra-workout. I also prefer it post-workout as well to get everything in there as quick as possible. Now, with that being said, you also have to take into consideration the quality of the cyclic dextrin that's being used. So, like some companies out there will try and cut a corner and use cyclic dextrin with, I mean, they'll put just straight dextrose in there with it, like do a ratio of the two. I mean, that happens in every industry. So whenever you're choosing a carbohydrate powder, everyone out there, sometimes things don't work for you the way they work for other people. I prefer, me personally, Intracell, because it does hit the bloodstream quickly for a great intra-workout boost. You know, get a little extra carbohydrates and push them right in the muscle. And post-workout, that way, after all the work that we just did, because whenever we're working out, we're depleting glycogen from the muscle. So that glycogen was stored energy from all the food we've been eating that gives you the pump and gives you the fullness and gives you the look. So with Intracell and carbohydrates, their goal is to drive everything and store and put it right into the muscle as quickly as possible. And again, that goes back to just what you were saying about making sure that we're using I go for vasodilation rather than vasoconstriction. And everybody has a little bit of you can take apeshit and Mega-Pre together. Just pay attention to how much apeshit you're actually using. Don't tweak yourself out. You know, just dabble. Start with a half a scoop, see how you feel. And after a half, go to 3/4 of a scoop, see how you feel. But again, just like every other stimulant out there, you'll build up a tolerance over time. That's why I only use it whenever I definitely need it. Because everybody knows that one dude that drinks like 3 Monsters a day and is like, oh yeah, I need this to function. You're like, how the hell do you do this? How do you live like this?
Right. Right.
Like me and around the holidays, I was damn near drinking a pot of coffee in the morning. Gotta stop that shit.
Yeah, can't do that for too long. That's a really good point. I love the point you're making about pre-workouts, because you're making people aware of real knowledge behind pre-workouts, which is one of the things that we try to do too, not just, you know, the feeler ingredients of the product, but really what's going into how does that interact with your body. So I love the information, Seth. I appreciate that.
Oh, yeah.
So we'll probably, we'll just wrap it up and let Seth get out of here. He's got to go see his daughter at gymnastics, is what you said. So that sounds like
gymnastics. That's like my life now. I thought I was bad with the gym. These kids are crazy. They're crazy.
We can edit it if we need to. We might leave it in there. So yeah, but no, you're good. You're good. So what we'll do is we'll tell you, Seth. So obviously you can follow him on Instagram at SETH FEROCE. But also for your apparel line, so obviously he's Primeval athlete, but for your apparel line, where can people find the apparel?
AllAmericanRoughneck.com. It's been absolutely amazing. It's been a wild ride, because the whole concept behind, you know, the company was to be a brand that hardworking America could wear and be proud of. We don't have much left on the website. We had our Black Friday, our company went to a whole nother level. It's absolutely phenomenal. Right now we got some stuff left, but we actually are doing a release on February 8th, and it will be restocked with more than we've ever had, but it's very, very awesome.
I'll be looking forward to it.
Well, we appreciate it, Seth. Thanks for doing this with us. We'll